March 16th. Got to keep it quick. Outlast DFS University. Got 114 plays. Also, if you're new to Outlast, use code PPU. It's a bonus code. Use code PPU. Click apply after you use it. Get your first deposit matched up to $200. Also, we got an extra $25 referral code. It's all in the description. Click any link you see, whatever. Add all the codes, click apply. You can start off with $20. You just pay $20. You'll start off with $65 on the platform. Zubac, over 9.5 rebounds, 23.5 PRA. Sabonis, 11.5 PRA. Scotty Barnes, 7.5 rebounds. Trey Lyles, 5.5 rebounds. Donovan Mitchell, 38.5 PRA. Lauri Markkanen, 22.5 PRA. DeAndre Hunter, 19.5 PRA. Josh Hart, 29.5 PRA. DeMar DeRozan, 38.5 PRA. LaMelo, 6.5 assists. Okongwu, 5.5 rebounds. Mitchell Robinson, 9.5 rebounds. 6.5 rebounds for Porzingis. We got over 10.5 points for Capella. 14.5 points for Kobe White. We got Trae Young, over 42.5 PRA. Miles Bridges, 19.5 points. If Trent plays, Trent Jr., 19.5 points. Siakam, 23.5 points. Also, we got James Harden at 24.5 points, 7 rebounds, 9.5 assists, 41.5 PRA. Darius Garland, 36.5 PRA. Josh Hart, 6.5 rebounds. Amir Coffey, 10.5 points. Zubac, 12.5 points. Monte Morris, 12.5 points and 19.5 PRA. We got Randall, 26.5 points. Luka, 30.5 points, 9.5 rebounds, 7.5 assists, 47.5 PRA over for Luka. KD, 30.5 points. No Kyrie, 6.5 rebounds, 42.5 PRA over for Kevin Durant. Bruce Brown, 11.5 points, 5.5 rebounds, 19.5 PRA. Andre Drummond, 9.5 points, 9.5 rebounds. Devin Booker, 26.5 points, 6.5 assists, 38.5 PRA. DeAndre Ayton, over 18.5 points, 9.5 rebounds. Mikal Bridges, 23.5 PRA. Jalen Green, 15.5 points, 21.5 PRA. Kevin Porter Jr., 13.5 points, 21.5 PRA. Tobias Harris, if no Embiid, 16.5 points over. Karl Anthony Towns, 27.5 points, 11.5 rebounds over. LeBron, if he plays, 31.5 points, 9.5 rebounds. Austin Reeves, 8.5 points. Dejounte Murray, 24.5 points, 9.5 assists, 42.5 PRA. Jakob Poeltl, 15.5 points, 10.5 rebounds. Zach LaVine, 22.5 points. We got Giannis, over 31.5 points, 5.5 assists, 49.5 PRA, 35.5 PRA for De'Aaron Fox. We got Jaylen Brown, over 23.5 points, 5.5 rebounds, 3.5 assists, 31.5 PRA. Bobby Portis, 13.5 points, 22.5 PRA. Marcus Smart, 12.5 points, over 5.5 assists. Robert the Time Lord Williams, over 9.5 points, over 10 rebounds, over 21.5 PRA. Kelly Oubre off the bench for Charlotte, over 11.5 points, going against Atlanta. Luke Kennard, over 10.5 points. Javonte Green, over 5.5 points. Tristan Thompson, over 4.5 points, over 4.5 rebounds. Bruce Brown, 2.5 assists, 17.5 PRA, 13.5 PA. No Kyrie. We got Jalen Green, 2.5 assists over. Luka, 39.5 PRA. Luka, 39.5 PR over. 37.5 PA. Kevin Durant, 36.5 PR, 36.5 PA. LeBron James, 40.5 PR. Dejounte Murray, 32.5 PR, 34.5 PA. James Harden, 31.5 PR, 33.5 PA. Devin Booker, 31.5 PR, 33.5 PA going against Houston. We got Jaylen Brown, over 28.5 PR, over 26.5 PA. Andre Drummond, 19.5 PR. Robert Williams, 20.5 PR. DeAndre Ayton, 28.5 PR. Zubac, 22.5 PR. Josh Hart, 25.5 PR. Trey Lyles, 15.5 PR. Hassan Whiteside, 12.5 PR. Giannis Antetokounmpo, over 37.5 PA. De'Aaron Fox, over 32.5 PA. Darius Garland, over 32.5 PA. Spencer Dinwiddie, going against his former team that kicked him to the curb. He's coming off the bench, but I still got him over 19.5 PA. We got Monte Morris over 19.5 PA. It's 114 plays. If you're new to Outlast, click the link in the description. Check us out. Also, use bonus code PPU to get your first deposit matched up to $200. Learn how to 80 times your money. And I'm going to drop the injury report right here.